Hello everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. There are a few topics I want to discuss in this video. I definitely want to speak on DMX because I have a lot to say and I want to save his tribute for last. It's a sad story, but I also want to celebrate his life as well. I don't want this video to be all sad. But with that being said, let me get some of the trivial topics out the way first. Doja Cat and SZA dropped a new video for their brand new single, Kiss Me More. And I had high expectations for this song because both SZA and Doja Cat are great artists. So I was curious to hear how their sound would be. And interestingly enough, the song had a pop sound. And I had to listen to it a few times to kind of get into it. I think the song is a grower. The more I listened to it, the more I kind of was into it, but I wasn't really blown away by the song. I kind of felt like Doja Cat was trying to recreate the magic of Say So. Say So, in my opinion, is a great pop song. It was a very infectious dance song, and I kind of feel like Kiss Me More is a more slowed down version of that, but it doesn't have the same elements or the groove that Say So had. So I don't know. I kind of was indifferent about the song Kiss Me More at first, but I do think this song will do well on pop radio, and I also think it will get some plays on some R&B and hip hop stations. It's definitely going to get a lot of streams, and people on TikTok are going to dance to it. And I also think it will do well internationally. So regardless of how I feel about it, the song has the potential to be a big hit. Now let's get into this music video because I think the visuals for Kiss Me More made this song better. First of all, I love the whole galactic Martian space theme. This is kind of a theme that Doja Cat has been going for her upcoming project Planet Her. And in the video, the leading man who plays an astronaut crashes into Planet Her and he comes in contact with SZA and Doja. And SZA and Doja kind of pose as these colossal, larger than life creatures. And I like the looks. I thought some of the looks were very interesting. My favorite look in the entire video was definitely SZA's look. I loved the floral two-piece and I loved her red afro. I thought that look was so cute. And I also like SZA's look at the end of the video as well. I thought SZA was serving throughout this whole video, and overall the video was nice. I thought the visuals were beautiful and it went along great with the song. Now on to the next topic. I want to talk about Quavo and Saweetie. A few weeks ago, Quavo and Saweetie broke up, and Saweetie was the first one to make a statement about it. She alluded to Quavo cheating on her, which is why she decided to leave the relationship. And Quavo took a dig at her in his response and said, "You're not the woman I thought you were." Quavo and Saweetie's breakup was followed by even more drama. Quavo's sister and Saweetie's aunt were going back and forth with each other. And also TMZ leaked footage of Quavo and Saweetie tussling in the elevator. And this whole situation made people believe that their relationship was toxic and abusive. Quavo and Saweetie did release a statement regarding this footage, and they claimed that they moved on from this incident. However, it seems like the drama is not yet done between Quavo and Saweetie because it's been alleged that Quavo dissed Saweetie in an unreleased song. Now, It's On Site on Instagram posted a snippet of Quavo allegedly throwing shots at Saweetie. And in the snippet, he said she's slimy and sneaky, taking back that Bentley. So some people thought he was talking about Saweetie because Quavo did gift Saweetie an expensive Bentley. I don't know if Quavo was talking about Saweetie or not, but if he releases this song, people are going to be speculating that he's throwing shots at Saweetie, and honestly, it's not a good look. It actually makes him look very petty and corny and super pressed. Some people still haven't forgiven Quavo for going at Nicki Minaj some years back. If you remember, Quavo and Nicki allegedly had a thing going on, and Quavo hinted at it in his song Honcho Dreams, and he took jabs at her in the song, and he also hired somebody to mock her during his album release party. It was just ridiculous and petty and stupid. He's the type to get really petty, especially towards a woman who cuts him off. And I could see him getting petty with Saweetie. But if he is trying to diss her, I don't think that would be a good idea because that's not going to give him the response he wants. He might get a little bit of publicity, but it's going to backfire backfire. And it would be a real mess if Saweetie responded, because she will spill all his tea, and I don't think that's what he wants. So if he does plan on taking jabs at Saweetie, he might want to think again. Okay, so on to the last topic. This is a heavy one, y'all. This is heavy. The legend and hip hop icon DMX passed away at the age of 50 years old. Earlier this week, DMX suffered from a heart attack and he was rushed to the hospital and placed on life support. And we were all hoping that his condition would get better. But after many tests, it was said that there was still no improvement in his brain function and his organs began to fail, which was a bad sign. A representative did release a statement from DMX's family, and they said this: "We are deeply saddened to announce today that our loved one, DMX, birth name of Earl Simmons, passed away at 50 years old at White Plains Hospital with his family by his side after being placed on life support for the past few days. Earl was a warrior who fought to the end. He loved his family with all of his heart, and we cherish the time we spent with him. Earl's music inspired countless fans across the world, and his iconic legacy will live on forever. We appreciate all of the love and support during this incredibly difficult time. Please respect our privacy as we grieve the loss of our brother, father, uncle, and the man that the world knew as DMX. We will share information about his memorial service once details are finalized." The passing of DMX is really sad. DMX was such a force in hip hop. He was so energetic and aggressive and passionate with his delivery. There's no other rapper who had the presence that DMX had. If I could point out one rapper that DMX reminded me of, I would say Tupac. He had a similar aura and he just drew you in, but he still was different. He was a great entertainer and musician. He acted in several movies like Belly and Romeo Must Die. And also he was a great rapper too. He was very poetic and very spiritual. But on top of that, he had the grit and raw energy that gets you hyped. I mean, he had an amazing catalog. Songs like X Gon Give It To You, What They Really Want, Y'all Gonna Make Me Lose My Mind, Up in Here, Up in Here. I mean, he had so many hits like the Rough Riders anthem. The list goes on. But one of my favorite DMX songs is Lord Give Me a Sign. I love when DMX got into his spiritual bag. I also love his classic song with Faith Evans called How's It Going Down. That's one of my favorite DMX songs of all time. And he had so many other great hits. His music is just so raw and so timeless. I mean, he's just a legendary artist. And I'm glad that he was able to find some happiness and some peace towards the end of his life. DMX had a very difficult life and upbringing. He grew up in the projects. He grew up in poverty. He was raised by a single mom, and his mother was abusive towards him, and that caused him to act out in school. And he was a smart kid, but he just kept getting into trouble because he was getting abused at home. And when a child is not loved, they tend to act out. So what his mother did was she dropped him off at a group home and left him there. She treated DMX horribly, and DMX had to fend for himself. He dealt with a lot of trauma. After he left the group home and the juvenile homes, he was homeless. He was living with other people. And he was hanging out in the street, and one of his friends introduced him to crack when he was a teenager. He was 14 years old, and his friend told him it was weed, but this so-called friend actually laced this weed with crack, and he tricked DMX into smoking it, and that's how DMX got addicted to drugs. So throughout DMX's life, he had to deal with this horrible addiction. And he made several attempts to get clean, and he also turned his life around to God. But unfortunately, it was really difficult for him to kick his drug habit. But in spite of all the ups and downs that DMX went through, he still was optimistic and he saw the good in life. He got a chance to spend time with his kids. He was engaged to be married, and he also maintained a friendship with his ex-wife, Tashira Simmons, and he still kept his faith in God. So despite all he went through, his life didn't end in complete despair.
If I was to drop it right now, my last thought would be, I've had a good life. God damn it.
Rest in peace, DMX. Rest in peace. I want to send my condolences to his family and his close friends. Swiss Beats was a very close friend to DMX, and he was also his producer. And he said this: "I'm truly beyond devastated, but I'm so happy my brother is no longer in pain. I watched him take everyone's pain and make it his own. I send my love and support to his entire family. My brother, we will never let them forget your name, and you'll live forever. Fame. Long live King DMX, the great, aka my brother for life, Earl Simmons." Anyway, tell me what you all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.